Welcome to 7.2 part 1. This will be 3 different lessons, 3 different videos, graphing rational functions. Okay, so we're going to start fairly easy. Look, we got these parent graphs, and linear, we had, uh, just a straight line. Quadratic, we had a parabola. Square root, we had, and parent graphs are basically just the most basic form of a specific graph, because obviously we could move this wherever, we could move this wherever, we could move this wherever, and it doesn't really matter. And we were able to kind of track how they moved. Let me do this entire page. We are learning about a new graph called the reciprocal graph. Y equals 1 over x. And the biggest thing is, we started talking about our limitations. Well, we can never actually divide by only one single number, and that is 0. Can never divide by 0. So that means x can never be 0. So we create what's called an asymptote at x equals 0. This could be other places, but it defaults to 0 because that's the number we cannot divide by. We can divide by something like this, 0.00001, and get an answer. That's fine. We just cannot divide by 0 itself. Also, our answer can never spit out 0. Well, that's because to get equal 0, it would need to be 0 divided by something. Problem is, we already have a 1 up here. So because this 1 cannot change to a 0, and we can never have 0 divided by something, then y can never be 0, and we have this asymptote here. So we've just basically had our limitations, and then I just started plotting points. Well, what happens, if x is this or x is this? And we get this kind of double graph. Both of these are happening at the same time. If you put this into a calculator or whatever, it looks like that. Yeah, here you go. If you want to read through that. All right, so this is about the one lesson I told my students I actually want you graphing some points. But I'll say it'll be really easy because we're going to use the same x values all the time. 4 divided by x. Well, I'm going to do 4 divided by -3. And then 4 divided by -2. 4 divided by -1. 4 divided by 0. 4 divided by... So, and then all of these, I know that 4 divided by 0 is going to give me an undefined answer, but the rest are just points that I could plot on a quick makeshift graph. Your g of x, don't forget, is your y value, because these are now just xy points. -3 and -4/3. -3 and -1 1 basically. G of x and f of x and y, they're all the same. So or for the most part, they're all the same. So g of x is your y value of your xy points. And that's what we did. And it said compare. I don't really care about the comparison. All that's saying is, look, it used to be this far away. Now it's this far away. And maybe there's some other stuff going on. But so we took this one, made a table, and I said graph it. So we graphed it. And it looked like this. And again, the original function here in quadrants, what would be 1 and 3, have now flipped. And we talked about flipping with our up, down, left, right movements from some of our other parent graphs. But that's what tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but that's what the next video is for. So this one was just make a table and always use from -3 to +3. And then draw those points. And I should see these 6 points and kind of draw, this kind of graph through them, but I should see those 6 points on all of these.